Welcome to SingaporePropertyLens.com with me and PK So, your shortcut to being truly well-informed in a complex world without getting swamped by all that information overload. Today, we're plunging into a market that, well, it always captures attention. Prime residential property right here in Singapore. Our focus, it's the core central region, or the CCR, as most know it. Our mission for this deep dive is simple, really. We want to unpack the very latest, most intriguing trends that are reshaping this pretty competitive landscape, and then we're going to give you a quick, incisive analysis of 5 significant upcoming launches. The goal? Well, it's to equip you with the insights you need to navigate this. Let's face it, high-stakes environment with confidence, helping you uncover those aha moments that make all the difference.
Yeah, and it's fascinating actually how many of our clients are, turning their attention back to the core central region right now. What's genuinely noteworthy, I think, is this dramatic narrowing of the price gap that has suddenly made this area incredibly relevant again. Whether you're looking for maybe a shrewd investment or perhaps even a new place to live. It's a shift that honestly, it absolutely demands a closer look.
That's a truly eye-opening shift you mentioned. Let's dive into that market realignment, because the numbers here, they really tell an intriguing story, don't they? It feels like the conventional wisdom about the CCR might be getting completely rewritten.
Oh, they absolutely do tell a story. If we zoom out for just a moment, maybe you remember back in 2018, the price gap between the rest of Central Region, the RCR and the CCR, was a whopping 72%, huge. And between the outside Central Region, the OCR, and the CCR, even more dramatic, 112.6%. That meant, practically speaking, back then for the price of one CCR unit, you could literally buy 2 similar units in the OCR. It was a really stark difference in affordability. But fast forward to today, and that picture has changed, well, dramatically. The gap between RCR and CCR is narrowed to just 11%. And for OCR and CCR, it's now only 25.1%. This means the price difference is, it's almost negligible in comparison. This raises a pretty fundamental question for buyers, doesn't it? Why pay almost the same price for an OCR property when you could potentially step into the prime CCR? In fact, it wouldn't be surprising at all if some of these upcoming CCR launches actually have units that are cheaper than what we currently see in the OCR. Kind of like the 1-bedrooms in Marina Gardens, which are right now setting new benchmarks for affordability in the prime market.
That narrowing price gap is, it's more than just a number. It's fundamentally reshaping how we think about value in Singapore's property landscape. But is there maybe a risk this new accessibility might encourage some buyers to, overextend into the CCR? Thinking it's now cheap when other market factors like interest rates or stamp duties still pose challenges?
That's a very, very valid point. While prices are converging, buyers definitely still need to consider their long-term objectives and, of course, their financial limits. The market is, it's more nuanced than just the headline price gap, isn't it? It's really about finding the right value for you and ensuring a sustainable investment over time. So with this dramatic narrowing of the price gap making the CCR far more accessible. It's the perfect time, really, to look at these 5 specific upcoming prime central area launches expected in the next, 1 to 2 months. We've certainly got some compelling options to discuss.
Absolutely. Okay, first up on our list of prime launches is W Residence's Marina View. Now, this is a branded residence by IOI, and it's perched directly above the upcoming W Hotel. So, for you, maybe the busy globetrotter or someone who truly appreciates that top-tier concierge service and those high-end lifestyle offerings, this might just be your perfect fit. And from the details we have, it looks like quite a substantial development. We're talking about 683 residential units, ranging from 1 to 5 bedrooms, plus 3 pretty exquisite penthouses. And the facilities sound interesting. They're cleverly spread across 3 distinct levels. There's the wet and fit area at level 15, the living room on level 34, and then the away zone all the way up on level 51. Plus, its location is incredibly convenient. Just 90 meters to Shenton Way MRT. Very close.
This project definitely prompts a crucial consideration for anyone eyeing branded residences like this one. There's certainly a price premium involved, almost always is, and you'll likely face higher monthly maintenance fees too. Now, the trade-off can be worth it if you genuinely make full use of all those concierge services and amenities, like really integrating them into your daily life.
Right, if you actually use them.
Exactly, but what if you don't? Or what if your lifestyle doesn't consistently utilize them? Then that premium becomes something you have to seriously weigh up. The real innovation here perhaps is its unique position as a kind of test case for how seamlessly high-touch services can integrate into daily urban living.
Good point.
But that also brings up the question of the exit strategy, doesn't it? Are there specific indicators buyers should look for, maybe beyond the usual location and price, when assessing the resale viability of such niche premium properties?
That's a great question. What should they look for?
Well, I think for branded residences, beyond typical metrics, buyers should probably scrutinize the track record of the brand itself in the resale market. How well known is it? How is it perceived? Also, how well are the concierge services maintained over time? Does the quality hold up? And, maybe crucially, the actual usage rates by residents. Is it just a gimmick or is it genuinely used? A strong, consistent demand for that integrated lifestyle, not just the address. That's really key for resale.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's move on. Next on our radar is the Upperhouse at Orchard Boulevard. This one truly stands out for its location, I think, situated right next to Orchard Boulevard MRT, and it has direct sheltered access to the station. And for your everyday conveniences, or, a quick shopping trip, Tanglein Mall is just short 3-minute walk away. You really can't beat that kind of accessibility, especially right there in Orchard.
Yes, indeed. In terms of the development itself, it's a joint venture by UOL and Singland, both very established names. They're bringing 301 apartments to the market. Unit types range from 1+ study all the way up to 4 bedrooms, so a decent mix. Plus, there's a commercial space plan for level 1, which just adds another layer of convenience right within the development itself.
Right. Having something downstairs is always handy.
Definitely. And what's truly striking here, based on what we're hearing, is that the layouts appear to be very efficiently planned. This suggests that Upperhouse could turn out to be one of the most affordable options to live right in the heart of Orchard. It could make prime district living much more accessible than people might think.
So, affordable Orchard living, that sounds appealing.
It does, and this isn't just about affordability. It might be a shift in market strategy, potentially democratizing prime Orchard living. To some extent, we're anticipating the release of the site and floor plans very soon, which will give us an even clearer picture of these efficient designs. Could this development maybe set a new benchmark for affordable luxury right in the heart of Orchard?
It absolutely could, yeah. By optimizing those layouts for efficiency, they're able to offer that prime address at a potentially more palatable entry point. It's a clever way, perhaps, to capture a wider segment of the market that desires Orchard living, but maybe without the traditional ultra-premium price tag.
Precisely.
Okay, now let's talk about the Robertson Opus. This is a really interesting one because it's a redevelopment of the, well-known Robertson Walk. That means it's located right at the doorstep of the incredibly vibrant Robertson Quay, the Singapore River, UE Square, offering a truly lively lifestyle.
That whole area buzzes. Diving into the key details, this is a triple 9-year leasehold development jointly brought to us by Fraser's Property and Sekisui House. For those maybe less familiar, a triple 9-year leasehold in Singapore property terms is, well, it's virtually as good as freehold, offers that long-term stability and value. Almost freehold, yeah, pretty much. Access to public transport looks excellent too, with Fort Canning MRT just 360 meters away. That's about a 4 to 5 minute walk, give or take. The project sits on a substantial close to 98,000 square foot site area. It'll comprise 5 blocks with a total of 348 units. Units range from suites up to 4-bedroom configurations, so again, a bit of a mix.
So who is this really for, do you think?
Well, I'd say if you have strong preference for freehold or, these triple 9-year leasehold properties, and you genuinely enjoy that vibrant, buzzing lifestyle of Robertson Quay, the cafes, restaurants, riverside walks, then the Robertson Opus may indeed be the ideal choice for you. The strategic implication here is it really caters to a very specific lifestyle segment. Right, the lifestyle buyers. And if we consider young families, there's a significant big plus. It's located within 1 kilometer to River Valley Primary, which is, as many know, a highly sought-after school. This makes it a compelling option for those prioritizing both lifestyle and education.
It's interesting how much River Valley Primary keeps coming up for these developments. For young families, that alone seems to be well, a significant driving factor, doesn't it?
It absolutely is. Proximity to top schools like River Valley Primary is consistently a top priority of families in Singapore. Often outweighs other considerations, frankly. It's a clear determinant of sustained demand in the resale market, which adds that layer of investment security for parents.
Good point. Okay, moving on to Promenade Peak. Now, while we don't have all the full details just yet, the show flat looks, it looks almost ready, suggests the launch could be very soon. This development is set to be quite an iconic landmark, a 63-story skyscraper, and that's in a neighborhood where most surrounding developments are only about maybe 30 stories high, so you're looking at potentially spectacular unblocked views across the city. That's a major draw, and could really set it apart.
Definitely a standout feature. In terms of amenities, Prominent Peak certainly seems well placed. It's right beside Great World Mall and the popular Zion Riverside Food Center, so easy access to shopping and lots of dining options. And for families, again, it's within 1 kilometer to River Valley Primary, and potentially Alexandra Primary as well, so that's another great benefit.
Seems well catered for families.
It does, and a key observation here is the crucial infrastructure insight. Based on URA's requirements for that plot, Zion Road Parcel, a Prominent Peak, is also expected to be fully sheltered to Havelock MRT.
Oh, sheltered access again. That's becoming quite standard, isn't it?
Increasingly so, and it's a huge convenience for residents, right? Ensuring seamless access, rain or shine. We understand that the initial unit mix and sizes are available for consideration now, allowing prospective buyers to assess their options for what looks like, a truly family-oriented development surrounded by pretty extensive amenities.
That sheer height, 63 stories, it makes me wonder, what unique value does being that tall in this neighborhood bring beyond just the obvious view?
It's a good question. Beyond the prestige and yes, the fantastic views, the height signifies, I think, a deliberate design choice for exclusivity. Maybe maximizing natural light and ventilation too, which is always important in Singapore's climate. It creates a landmark that inherently differentiates it from the surrounding lower-rise developments. That could potentially command a long-term premium, not just for the view, but maybe for the distinct living experience it offers.
Interesting perspective. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have Rivergreen. This development seems to boast exceptional convenience. It's fully sheltered to Great World MRT and linked to Great World City via an underground passageway. That means you're super convenient rain or shine. No excuses. And it offers full condominium facilities, including a tennis court, which is always a plus for active lifestyles.
Absolutely. Breaking down the unit specifics, Rivergreen will feature 524 units, ranging from 1 to 4 bedrooms. The developer is Wing Tai, a very reputable name in the market. And like some of the others we've discussed today, it's also within 1 km to River Valley Primary, adding to its family appeal.
Another one for River Valley Primary.
Okay, now here's what's truly fascinating here, I think. Wing Tai seems to have achieved highly efficient unit sizes. The average is looking around 668 square feet, based on the GFA.
668 square feet average. That sounds quite compact for a prime development.
It does, but this isn't just a number. It feels like a deliberate strategic play by Wing Tai, maybe to democratize Prime District 9 living, making it potentially one of the most accessible entry points into the CCR in years. This efficiency translates directly to potentially very affordable entry prices too.
Ah, okay. So efficiency equals affordability here.
That seems to be the strategy. So if you combine a Prime District 9 location, doorstep connection to the MRT, full condo facilities, and potentially one of the lowest entry prices in the Prime CCR, well, it certainly sounds promising, doesn't it? Could this truly be the sweet spot for many buyers entering the prime market? Perhaps even for the first time?
It absolutely could be. It hits so many key checkboxes for a broad range of buyers, it seems. For many, this really could be the perfect entry point into Prime District 9 that they previously thought was, out of reach, offering a compelling blend of accessibility, amenities, and crucially, that affordability. So among these 5 incredible upcoming launches, the big question for you, the listener, is which one should you pick? We know that in today's market, with factors like the additional buyer's stamp duty, ABSD, which, let's be honest, significantly impacts multiple property ownership, plus financing limits, and the fact that many buyers need to sell their current property before they can buy a new one, it's more important than ever to choose wisely. You really need to make a decision that aligns with your financial goals and your lifestyle.
And this brings us to what truly makes a smart, safe property decision in the current climate. It's not just about the launch buzz. Beyond just the immediate appeal, you need flexibility and, importantly, a place you genuinely enjoy staying in. You also ideally want a property that gives you a good rental yield, especially if investment is a key part of your strategy.
Right. The numbers need to work.
Exactly. But most importantly, and this is really crucial for the long term, you need a safe exit strategy, one with strong natural demand underpinning it. This ensures that you're not stuck with the property, and you can potentially enjoy a healthy gain when you eventually decide to sell. Understanding these factors, the enjoyment, the yield, the exit, that's what truly determines how well a property performs in the resale market, not just its initial launch price.
That exit strategy point is so critical. What's maybe the biggest misconception you find buyers have when they're trying to balance these, short-term potential gains with that longer-term strategy?
I'd say the biggest misconception is probably focusing solely on the lowest entry price, often without a really comprehensive understanding of the total cost of ownership. Things like maintenance, taxes, potential renovation needs, and crucially, the resale demand drivers for that specific type of property in that specific location. Many buyers unfortunately undervalue how critical a strong exit strategy is until they're trying to sell perhaps in a tougher market down the line.
That's a really important reminder. Okay, that brings us towards the close of this deep dive into Singapore's prime condo market. We certainly hope we've given you a valuable shortcut to being well informed about these exciting opportunities unfolding in the core central region.
And as you mull over these possibilities, maybe consider this provocative thought. In a market where affordability in prime areas is shifting so dramatically, potentially enabling these new entry points we've discussed, how does one truly balance the immediate lure of a good, maybe lower entry price, with the absolute long-term imperative of a strong, safe exit strategy? And maybe what overlooked factors perhaps beyond just location, and that low initial price might genuinely define future success and sustain value for these properties in the coming years.
It certainly is a complex equation with many moving parts, isn't it? And that's a fantastic question to ponder. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep learning, keep exploring, and we'll catch you on the next one.